Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this little dog here in this little bathtub. I love animals, so I figured why not. So basically what we're going to need for this video, set that here. We're going to need a little wood base. This is going to be the base, or you can just make this the little base out of popsicle sticks, which is what I did with this one here. If you look at the bottom, I made this one out of popsicle sticks. But if you don't have popsicle sticks, you can use a base like this. And you're also going to need a ball tool, toothpick, glue sticks, aluminum foil. Put this to the side. You're going to need cotton balls, gray clay, black clay, brown clay, brown, red, and blue clay. And you're going to need a hot glue gun. So basically what I did was for the black and white checker print, basically all I did was took my liquid Scoopy that I have here, or you can use regular glue, Elmer's glue, and I just smeared some glue on here. And what I did then is I took my pasta cutter, I took my pasta cutter or my pasta machine, and I rolled my clay out on a 3. And then I took that and put that to the side. I cut it in strips, just like this. And once I had those strips, I then took them and cut them down to this size, like this. And I did that with and I don't have my razor blade, but that's fine. I just use my fingernail. Just so y'all get the picture. I just basically took something and cut them like this. And then what I did, I took my glue and I put a little bit of glue on just like that. And I took my clay and I just put it on just like this. Just like that. And I did that in patterns all the way across. And when you do that, when you go all the way across, you're going to end up with it looking like this. And then once I did that, I set that to the side, and we're going to go ahead now and we're going to make the tub. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to start off with a ball. Actually, you need to condition your clay first. Just pull a little bit of that off. And start off making a ball just like this. Roll it, and you're going to end up with it looking like that. I'm going to put that clay back in here. So we're just going to condition it. The thing is, I've been working with clay for so long, I can feel in my hand when it's enough and when it's not enough. If it's too much or if it's not enough, I can feel that. And I know it's weird. I don't understand it either, but I can. So basically, we're just going to go ahead and make a ball and roll it just like this. This is what you're going to end up with. Now take your fingers and just push up and pull out just like this. And then you're going to do that all the way around the tub. And it's not looking like much yet, but it will. And then take your thumb and just push in like this. So basically you're going to take your thumb and you're going to push in just like this. And then you're going to take your other fingers and you're going to just basically what you're doing is taking your thumb and just making it deep in there, down in there, just like this. And your tub can be any way you want it. It can be shaped any way you want it. I'm just going for whatever way it comes out and it looks good to me. That's what I'm going for. I guess you could say it's going to be your traditional tub. I guess the kind that everybody have in their home, minus the jets. Because mine ain't gonna have no jets. So, like I said, basically, I'm just keeping it simple. And then you see your tub taking shape. And at this point, you can just be done with it. But I'm just going to take my thumb. And I'm just going to hold in. And I'm just going to push in just like this. Because I want mine to set high in the back. And then get slim down towards the end. And then I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to go up a little bit. Just like this. And pull down. So, just like this. So, this is what we have so far. And I'm just going to push up just a little bit. So this is what we have. And if you're happy with it, you can stop there. But I am not. So I'm just going to keep on messing with it. Okay. That looks pretty decent to me. Next, what we're going to do, I'm just going to push in on that just a little more. There we go. Next, I am going to take just a little bit of that clay and I'm going to set this to the side and I'm going to roll it out and I'm just going to make a long cylinder snake, and it's going to go around the edge of the tub to serve as a border. I think that's what it is. I'm not real for sure, but I think that's what it's called. So yeah, so we're going to bring this back. And we're just going to go ahead and stick this on. And just kind of press down with your fingers to make sure that it bonds together with the tub. That the rim and the tub make connection. And try not to do it too hard because you don't want the shape of your tub to be messed up. So I'm going to turn this around. That way y'all can see what I'm doing. And I don't have my razor blade, but I'm going to use my nail and I'm just going to cut that excess clay away. And then we're just going to turn this back around. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take that, make some legs for the bottom of my tub. So we're just going to roll it out. It's real small. Set this to the side. And we're just going to keep rolling and just making little tiny feet for the tub, and just kind of make sure that they are all the same size. So that's what we're doing now. Just kind of trying to get them all to be the same size. And I just want to take the time out to thank all of my subscribers for subscribing to my channel. It means a lot. I'm almost at 400, and I appreciate y'all so much, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't even have a channel. It took one person in my group to ask me if I could make a channel, and so I did. So she is the reason, and I can't think of her name or I would give her credit, but she is the reason that I got into making the videos. And I thought that I would be a little bit nervous about it, and I was in my very first video, if y'all remember that, where I made the floating Coca-Cola can. Yeah, I think I've gotten a little more comfortable now than I was when I first started. So thank y'all for that. Yeah, so yeah, making videos is kind of fun, but sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge to try to come up with something all the time. That's why I asked if y'all have any suggestions that y'all would, let me know so I can see if I can do it. But yeah, thanks for that. So back to this. So basically now we got our legs into place. So what we're going to do now is stick this tub to how we want it to be. I'm just going to look at this one as a reference real quick. Okay. So let's turn this around this way. And I think I like it just like this. But I am going to set it back just a little bit. Okay. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the feet of the tub. And I am going to stick that back into place. Just like this. And I'm just going to give it a little push to make sure everything is secure. So next, what we are going to do is we are going to be making the little faucet part of the tub. Actually, no, I think I want to do that later. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to go ahead and make the rug. So we're going to do that, but we're just going to do the rug first. So basically what I'm doing now is taking just some plain white clay, and I am going to roll it out. Just grab a little more. I am going to roll it out just like this. And I am just going to flatten it. Just in my fingers. Don't need a machine for this. Just going to flatten it just like this. And now I'm going to push in as I flatten. So, yeah. So basically what we're doing now is just making the little rug. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to see how it looks here. Okay. I like it. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take our toothpick and we are just going to make circular motions in the rug to make it look like it's one of them fluffy rugs. Yeah. So we're just making, just going to take your toothpick and you're just going to make it look like it's fluffy. And you don't have to rush through this part. I'm trying not to rush, but yeah. So, yeah. And we're just going to, and this is what we're going to look, this is what it looks like so far. And I'm just going to continue to do that. This part is a little time consuming, but it's worth it in the end. And I had posted a video yesterday, and for whatever reason, it was my YouTube broke it down in two parts. It made it a part A or part 1 and 2. I can't exactly remember what it was because my memory is horrible, but yeah. And this is what we end up with. And we're going to take a little bit of glue and we're going to put that on the back of your rug, and we're just going to stick that down into place. Just like this. So we got our rug into place. Next, what we are going to do, how we see where we got his the little towel, where we got that little towel right there, we're going to make that really simple. Wished I knew where my razor blade was, but I don't see it. So I'm just going to have to work with what I got. I'm just going to have to tear it off with my hands because I have no idea where my razor blade went. And I don't really want to get up and look for it. So basically what we're going to do for the towel is we're just going to take this clay and we're just going to fold it over. Just like this. And this is going to make your towel. And just going to smush it in just a little bit. And I am going to take a piece of black clay and I am going to roll it out into a long snake, and then I'm just going to flatten it just a little bit. So you're going to end up with it being flat just like that. And we're going to take that and put it over the towel to make this a black and white towel. And there's our towel. And we're just going to take that And we are going to, let's turn that. We're going to place that towel. Oopsies. There we go. We are going to place that towel just like this. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of it. And we're just going to stick that towel right there. Slide it over just a little bit. So this is where our towel is. Right there. And next we are going to do the little bone. So we're going to take our brown clay. And we're just going to go ahead and start off with a ball. Like we do everything. You start off with a ball. And we're just going to roll it in our fingers. Just like this. This is what you're going to end up with. You're going to take your toothpick. And you're just going to push in just a little bit. Just like that. And just like this. And then you're going to take your ends. You're going to take your hands. And I know this is really small. But you're just basically making a dog bone. I'm going to start over. Okay. Let's take some more of that off. Okay. Basically, we're going to roll it. And you can just take, after you roll it, you can just take it and pinch in just like this. So you can pinch it, push it, and pinch it just like that. And then you can take your toothpick and just go in and make little, it's going to look like this. And we're just going to pinch that and push down at the same time. So like this. So we're just going to go ahead and push in again. Just like this. And we're just going to pull out. So this is what we end up with. And we're going to take our fingers and we're going to push in just a little bit to make it skinny. So we end up with something like this. Okay. Then we're just going to put a little bit of glue on this. And we're going to stick that right there. So this is what it looks like. Okay, next we are going to do the ball, and I decided to make the ball red. So here is the ball, and here's your aluminum foil. So with the Gilda ball texture, what you're going to do is just take your aluminum foil and just go around the ball and just kind of push to make the ball look like it has bite marks in it, like from the dog's teeth. And this is what we end up with. So we take a little bit of that off because it's kind of big. I'm going to start over. So just going to go ahead and push it like it look like, make it look like the dog been chewing on it. So this is what you're going to end up with. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and stick that into place. And we're going to put that right here. So we're just going to stick that right there, just like that. Next, we are going to do his rope. And I'm going to give him a red and blue rope because that's what color my dog's rope is. So what you're going to do is just take some blue clay and some red clay. And what you're going to do is make sure they got the same amount. You're just going to roll them into snakes, just like this. Roll this one into a snake, and then we're going to make that one a little skinny, and then what you're going to do is basically twist them just like this, but make it tight like this, but try to keep them tight, that way it don't get long on you. And then when you get to the ends, just pinch just like this, and then once you pinch, let's twist that a little more. once you pinch, we're going to take our toothpick and we're just going to make little, to make it look like the strings from the rope. And you're going to end up with it like that. Do the other side the same way. And we're just going to twist it in. We're just going to give it a little bend, just like that. And we are going to put that right here. Turn this around so y'all can see. We're going to stick that little toy rope right here, just like this. And we're going to add a little glue. And we're just going to stick that down, just like this. And this is what we have so far. Next, we are going to do the dog. Actually, yeah. Or should we do... I think what we'll do is we'll do the little faucet part of the tub. This part. Okay, let's do it. So we have our black. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and make that part. So what you're going to do, let's slide that out the way, is you're going to roll this into a ball like we do everything. And we're going to roll it into a cylinder, a long snake. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take our finger and we're going to smash this in and pull out just like this. Almost like you're making the lamp pole. So this is what you should have. And then we're just going to roll it. And then we're going to bend it like a candy cane. And then we're going to see how it looks. So let's bring this back. And I think I'm going to take a little bit of that off. So I'm just going to pull a little bit of that off. And then I'm going to put it back in place. And I am going to bend it. Okay. So now that we have that, what we are going to do now... Smooth this out the way so y'all can see what I'm doing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to roll this. First, we're going to roll it up like that. And you're going to take this part and you're going to do the same thing. Just going to pinch in and pull out. And you're going to end up with an opening like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to bend that again. Like a candy cane. Like this. And bring this back so we can see what it looks like as far as size go. That's fine. Okay. So what we're going to do now is you're going to take your wire. And you're going to need your pliers because you're probably going to have to cut. So we got our trusty clippers here. And I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off. And we're just going to insert this through the hole. And if you go through, it's fine. You can fix that easily with clay. Okay. And it's just going to make it stiff so it'll stand up. So this is what we have so far. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a little cylinder. We're going to roll it out again. Like a little snake. And what we're going to do is go around the base of that fountain or your little thingy, whatever that thing is, the little thing that the water come out of. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we have. And all I did was just twist that around just like that. And we're going to do the same thing with the top. You're just going to roll it into a cylinder. Let's re-roll this. Just going to re-roll it to a cylinder just like this. And we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put that on just like this. Push it around like that and then bring this around. And we're just going to seal that off. Pull the excess off. And there you have it. Just like that. And make sure that you leave a little piece of your wire exposed. That way, we can stick it down off in the clay. And this is what it's going to look like. Just like this. And I am going to use a little bit of, see, I don't know if y'all can see this, but let me pull this off again. Right there, see how that wire came up through that clay? All you gotta do is take another piece of clay and just put it over the top. Just like that, and smooth it out. And there we go. So we're just going to smooth that out and bend it down a little bit. So this is what we got. So basically what you're going to do is take your liquid Scoopy and put a little bit around there, and then put a little bit on here just like that, and just going to stick this, bring this down a little bit, and we're just going to stick this back in place. So you should end up with something like this. And you're going to grab another piece of wire. And this is the wire that I'm using. I don't know what kind size it is or what kind it is. The label is gone and I took it out of my husband's workshop. So don't tell him. So cut a little bit of this off, because this is going to be just like this. And we're going to stick that down off in there just like that. That's going to be the water. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make the dog. And I'm going to make a gray dog. So basically what you want to do is you're going to start off with 2 pieces of clay. 2 balls of clay, should I say. And roll them out. Make sure they're the same size. Because you don't need to make the whole body of the dog. All we're doing is making the paws, the 2 front paws, and his head. That's because the rest of it is you're not going to see it, because he's going to be covered in bubbles. So, yeah. So, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with 2 of the little balls, because this is going to be his paws. And just going to roll out a shape like this, and you're going to take your fingers and you're going to push, and that's going to flatten it on the end. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to roll out to almost like the shape of an ice cream cone, and then you're going to flatten just like this. So you have 2 now, and then we're just going to see what they look like once. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to take our fingers and we're just going to pinch a little of that clay off. Just pinch a little bit off, and then smash it on the ends, just like this. So this is what you have, your 2 paws. And we're going to take that toothpick and we're just going to make some marks in there for the pot, to be the nails, like this. And you're going to do that the same thing. And there you have it. And now we're just going to go ahead and put those in here. Bend them a little bit. Just like this. So they curved. Bend. Just like that. So they curved. And let's just turn this around. I need it to face me, and then I'll turn it to the camera, because I need to see what it's going to look like on my end. So this is what it's going to look like so far. And we're going to go ahead and glue those into place, because I'm happy with the way they look. So, oops. We're just going to go ahead, stick that down off in there just like that. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Stick that down off in here. That's his little paw sticking out. We can bend those down just a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Next, we are going to do his head. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a ball of clay, a piece of clay, roll it into a ball, and we're going to see how we, nope, that's too big. So, take a little bit off, roll it into a ball just like this, and then, let's see. I need to see, I need it to face me. So, I think I'll make it just a little bigger. Roll it into a ball. And then angle it out just a little bit. Like make it into like a little oval shape, like an egg. Like that. And let's stick that in here. Let me see. I need to stick that down. Okay. There we go. This is what it's going to look like. We got to add some detail to the face. So basically, what we're going to do now is we are going to make the mouth. So take your ball tool or ink pen or whatever you have on hand, and we're just going to make a circle in his mouth. So make his mouth open like that. And then we're just going to push in lightly with our fingers. I'm going to do this one more time. Going to roll it into a ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our ball tool and we are going to push in just like this. This is going to make the little mouth like that. And I am pushing in just a little bit. Okay. Next, we are going to take a piece of black clay and we're going to make the nose. So basically, you start with a little piece